What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today, BTC just broke out of our downwards sloping trend line that has been reacting as resistance for several months now and is sitting at 67,528. Same thing that we saw on MSTR just last week. And so today I want to discuss what that means for Bitcoin and crypto, as well as the stock market, and has Uptober finally began. All right, guys, if that sounds good to you. You know what to do. Be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe if you want to see more. And let's get into the video. All right, guys, it is Wednesday, and as you can see here, this chart posted by Crypto Rover over on X, the Bitcoin bull flag breakout starts now. And it has been a very interesting couple days and weeks in the stock market as the stock market continues to grind higher. We still have a target of 600 on the SPY. Stock market selling off a little bit yesterday after several days of running up, so I don't think this is anything unusual. Uh, a lot of times you will see some of these pullbacks in the stock market, so it is possible that the stock market goes lower, back down to retest some of these areas before moving higher. However, nevertheless, the last couple weeks have been really good for the markets in general. The Qs also finding a bit of sell pressure here in the last couple of days, but as we suspected, we went up and got this gap close here on the Qs. So is this a double top on the markets? Well, I don't think so. We are still in an upwards trend. There is the possibility that we come back down to retest our trend line here on the Qs before moving higher. Nevertheless, the markets just keep moving higher and grinding higher. What else is going on in the markets? Well, we have the China market HSI coming back down to our mid-level right around that 50% zone. It looks like we might go for that gap fill right around 20,000 on the HSI. We knew when this market ripped higher here a couple weeks ago that we would eventually see some sort of correction, and we are seeing that now. So we're just looking for the China market to form some sort of base, whether it's at this 50% level or if it possibly comes down further to this 618 on our fib retracement areas here off this last move. I do suspect if we zoom out here that somewhere within this purple box we will find some strong support. The chart is not reloading here, but there is a lot of support in this area. So looks like the China market could see a bounce here, but this may take a little time to shape up. And we're looking at copper as well. We came back down to that 435 level yesterday. We thought we might see a bounce there. We did have a little bounce this morning, but we are waiting to see if this level holds, and also waiting to see what other potential stimulus packages may be coming out in China. We know that if copper starts to move higher, well, then, like we suspected for the China stock market, we thought we would see it move higher, and that was what we saw. Copper kind of led this indication, so we're kind of taking a look here at the metals market to give us some sort of indication if the Chinese market may move higher. What else is going on in commodities? Well, Gold is attempting to break out to new all-time highs, sitting at 2675. We also have TLT treasuries coming back down to retest our upward sloping trend line, and this is the power of charts. You can see here that we tapped that trend line nearly perfectly to a T. We're starting to see a little bounce. So it does look like TLT could be moving back up to this $100 to $110 range. That is our main take profit zone for TLT. Of course, it could go much higher as rates begin to fall. What else is going on markets? Well, oil has come back down again and really coming to a key level. We had this downward sloping trend here on Gush, the oil ETF 3X bull. We thought that that may act as support. We fell through it. So right now that is acting as a little resistance. Nevertheless, we do have our trend line here, so that may act as support. But it does look like oil may be starting to turn back to the upside. We have seen a little bit of strength here recently on oil, so there is a possibility it could move higher. Also, in the metals markets, we have silver, which looks like it is attempting to possibly break all-time highs or the recent all-time highs here on silver. We were up here a little bit more this morning, and one thing I noticed here is we have the MACD about to cross over where we go from negative funding into positive funding, and typically when we see that, we do see silver moving higher. If you are interested in trading uh, different stock markets, currencies, commodities, or crypto, you can do so with Prime XBT. Right now, if you sign up with Prime XBT, they allow you to get 20% back on your deposit or 25% off your trading commissions. What I like about Prime XBT is they do allow you to trade crypto in a margin account. So if that is something you're interested in, well, you can do so there. Of course, I don't recommend that just for anybody, but it is a way to use leverage to build your account. Again, I don't recommend that just for anybody, but you can do so with Prime XBT. And what I also like about them is they have all these different indices you can trade, such as the HSI, as well as commodities and different uh, FX pairs. So what's going on in crypto, guys? Well, it has been a wild week. So Bitcoin is breaking out here of our resistance finally. We did mention that we thought this 67 to $68,000 level would be critical to reclaim, uh, and it looks like we are attempting to do that now. And as we mentioned before, we have a few different sectors that look like they are waking up. Number one, we have the meme coins, and then we know that artificial intelligence has been big this year, and I also suspect that we will see gaming start to do well in the crypto markets. So that's something to keep an eye on. And we also have this chart posted over here on X by Marty Party, and he says the Wyckoff accumulation for 2024, and it looks like that we are breaking out and starting to find that sign of strength. So I do suspect that Bitcoin could break out here possibly go up here in the next couple of days uh, to these previous all-time highs. Then there is the possibility that we do pull back before moving higher. It's very similar to the chart we saw here on MSTR, currently sitting at 196, and this level right here is now acting as support. So you can see how it happens as we break out. We go back down to retest those areas to find if we have support, and if we do, well, that is where we generally start to move higher. So it looks like MSTR does look very strong here, and it looks like it may move higher. If you're interested in buying stocks, you can also do on Robinhood. There is a link down below. But nevertheless, MSTR is looking very good here in the last couple days, as well as some of the names such as Coinbase. We'll cover those in another video, but nevertheless, I want to move on here with crypto to discuss what is going on with the altcoins, because we have the total three, which also broke out of this downward sloping channel. And as you can see, as we just mentioned, a lot of times when you get these breakouts, you get a retest that comes back down to that trend line to see if that will act as support, and then we start moving higher. One of the altcoins I want to mention today is Solana, mainly because of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So here on the shorter time frame, in the past several weeks, we have started to put in a inverse head and shoulders on Solana, currently sitting at 155. If we break out of this zone, well, I do think we will probably go back up to retest somewhere around that $200 level here in the coming days. I do think that is a real possibility, especially if Bitcoin starts breaking all-time highs, and I definitely think that we are going to see that here in the coming days and weeks. As we know, October is typically bullish for Bitcoin. Another altcoin is Ethereum, which hasn't been doing as well, but nevertheless, it is sitting at 2613. Also, putting in a similar chart pattern here. Ethereum is one of those that's lagged behind, and I do suspect that it will start to catch up when Bitcoin starts making new all-time highs. Another chart we can take a look at is the Bitcoin dominance setting at 58.92, making a new high here for this cycle. So it looks like we are starting to enter that zone where we could see the dominance reverse. And typically when we do see that, that's when altcoin season begins, and you start to see a lot of these altcoins outperform Bitcoin itself. So that's something that we want to keep an eye on. And this could be the final peak here for the Bitcoin dominance before reversing trend. Another coin I wanted to mention is AVAX, sitting at 27.81, and AVAX finding support here on our upward sloping trend line. It looks like it's only a matter of time before a lot of these altcoins start to break out. We've already seen the meme coins start to break out of their downward sloping trend and move higher. We've also seen it with some of the altcoins, but it looks like a lot of these altcoins are set to move higher any day now. And I do think with the bull moon that we will have this week, which actually I believe is today, a lot of times we do see the price of Bitcoin start to move higher. And a lot of times, whenever we do see that, that's when these altcoins begin to rally. If you are interested in buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, AVAX, and many more, you can do so with iTrust Capital. iTrust Capital allows you to buy, sell, and trade crypto, gold, and silver 24/7 in a tax advantage IRA. They also offer low cost and no monthly fees and have over 5,000 plus 5-star reviews on Google. I use iTrust Capital, and what I like about iTrust, they actually have people that you can call and talk to. If you're interested, there is a link down in the description below. All right, guys, it is Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, just trying to get back on track here. As mentioned, we had a lot of damage from Hurricane Helene here, and it has been a challenging couple of weeks. So just getting back on our feet, but nevertheless, it does look like Bitcoin and crypto are going to move higher here as we move into Q4. The stock market continues to grind higher. So I do think that any pullbacks will be met by bull demand. Of course, we have the elections coming up here in just a couple of weeks, so that could really affect things. But generally, as we know, during a presidential election cycle, we do see these stock markets and all these markets move higher as the M2 money supplies continues to expand. So that will be interesting to see what happens here in the coming weeks and months. And I do think that these markets probably do continue to go higher for probably the next 6 to 12 months. Right now, we don't have any indication that we are seeing a local top or some sort of double top in the markets. So for now, the trend is our friend. And don't forget to go follow me over on X at mindofthefinancier. I am Mind of the Financier on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, so you can follow me there as well. All right, guys, I hope you all have a great day. Until next time, take care, everybody, and be legendary. Peace out.